Cupcakes, it's Puppy Lover 863 here. Before we start, I just want to say, excuse my nails. I know they look so disgusting right now, but please bear with me, this is not the point of the video. And yes, 3 long years later, I am back with a brand new customizing video. So today, I'm going to be customizing an LPS into a character from Steven Universe. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Steven Universe is a show on Cartoon Network that has been going on for like the past almost 5 years now. So in the show, there are these people called gems, and the crystal gems are aliens who pretty much protect the Earth, and Steven, the main character, is a half-human, and he has to learn how to control his powers. This is pretty much the whole plotline I can give without spoiling anything, because we're already at the end of the 5th season, and whew, there's a doozy of spoilers that I don't want to reveal or spoil to you guys right now. But today, I'm going to be customizing one of the main antagonists on the show, and that is Jasper. So here's the LPS that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this St. Bernard here. And guys, don't worry, I do have a duplicate right here. This one's a little cleaner. I had you guys vote on Instagram which duplicate I should use to customize, and you all voted for this one. So the reason why I chose this St. Bernard to be customized into Jasper is because Jasper in the show is a quartz, and quartz soldiers are known to be pretty buff, tall, and strong, even though the St. Bernard isn't tall, but it is buff for sure. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the base coat, and for that I'm going to be using this acrylic paint from Folk Art. It's the tangerine color. So that's what we're going to use first. Alright, but without further ado, let's get started to customizing, shall we? Oh. How professional. The set falls down while I'm filming. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it looks like the first layer is done, and I know I missed some parts, but we can fix that when we get started with the second layer. So for the meantime, we'll just wait for it to dry. Alrighty, so the first layer is now completely dry. I let it sit for about an hour like the instructions said, and now we are going to do the second coat. So the next layer has been applied, and while we're at it, I thought maybe we could paint a little more on the chest and also on the paws, because the only other part of Jasper's skin that is exposed is around the neck and on the arms, so that is what we are going to do. And I may have to add a third layer to the head once it dries. So I just finished painting the chest and the arms. I did as much as I could. I may have missed out some spots, but that's okay because I'll fix that once this coat dries. So I have to wait another hour again. Alright, the paint has now dried, and I think I'll probably do one last coat for the head if possible, and then another coat for the neck and the paws. Okay, so I think that is enough coats for the neck, the paws, and the head, especially the head. And I noticed that I may have messed up a few marks, but that's okay because for the ears and then the top and the back of the head, they're going to be a different color, and then also I'm going to color in the eyes, so once it dries, it shouldn't be much of a problem. Alright, so looks like the base color has completely dried. And now I'm going to be starting with Jasper's red-orange markings. And for her markings, I'm going to be mixing these two colors, dark orange with bright red. Alright, and I just finished painting all the markings, and while we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to work on her vest. So for the light colored part of her vest, I'm going to be using this burgundy color. Alright, so it looks like we've got Jasper partially suited up. It looks kind of messy in some parts, and some of them burgundy paint got on there, but that's okay because once that dries I can go ahead and fix that when we do Jasper's hair. And as for the front of her suit, again, the lines, like the parallel lines, look a bit sloppy, but again, that's okay because we're going to add another color on top of that to straighten it out once the paint dries. Alright, now the next step is to do her straps for her vest and also her torso. And for that I'm going to be using burgundy once again, but this time I've mixed in a few drops of black and also the espresso color just to make it a little bit darker and more brown. Alright, so she's starting to look a little bit more like Jasper in full costume, and again I messed up on the back of her head, but that's okay because when we paint her hair it'll be all fixed. And then once the paint dries I'll probably do a little more touch-ups before I move on to the next step, which will be her boots and the tips on her boots. And I also did some touch-ups to her markings. I put on a second coat. And if you're wondering why I'm talking so quiet, you don't want to know what time at night it is right now. It is currently 1:45 a.m. right now. So I think this will conclude day one of customizing, and then tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll continue with the rest of the custom once the paint fully dries. Alright, now we are into day 2 of customizing, and before I picked up the camera and started recording, I decided to do a few additional touch-ups. And for Jasper's boots, I decided to mix in a little bit of bright red with a little bit of this wine color. So we got the first layer done, and I kind of stopped recording for a little bit because I got a little nervous when I started doing the back part, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't mess up on anything. Another key feature of Jasper's suit is that she's got a yellow diamond on her suit, a yellow diamond insignia. So for that, I'm going to be using this lemon yellow color. So the first coat of yellow paint has been applied for her yellow diamond, and I may have to apply a second layer because it's still kind of transparent. You can kind of see the mahogany color a little bit. Alright, and while we are waiting for this layer of boots to dry, I'm going to be starting to work on Jasper's hair. I originally tried to sculpt hair onto this base, but it didn't really work out the way I wanted to. So For her hair, I'm going to be using mainly this warm beige color and then mixing a little bit of white acrylic paint in it. I'm done with the first layer of hair, and I'm actually really surprised. It looks really good on her. I mean, Jasper has longer hair in the show, but we'll make do. And I decided to add some beige to the tail because I thought it would blend in really well with her head, and also in case like the head hits the tail, it wouldn't be a problem because they're the same. Alright, the first layer of hair has dried and so have the boots, so I'm going to be starting off with the second layer for both of them. Alright, so I just finished adding the second coat of beige paint, and now while we wait for that to dry, I'm going to get started working on the tips of Jasper's boots, which are a dark red. I'm just going to be combining this color with a little bit of black. Alright, everything's looking good so far. Now the next step is to work with the eyes. Now it's time to work on the irises, and for that I'm going to be using this medium yellow color to match her amber iris. So I just finished up with the eyes, and I know I didn't film a lot of it, but that's because I was trying to be a little bit careful. This is my first time doing eyes in LPS, and I was really nervous that I was going to mess up, and I need to concentrate and look up close. But they turned out pretty well. And then the last thing we need to do is to preserve the paint without it chipping off. We have to put on this matte varnish. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's finally time for the reveal. Dun dun dun! It's Jasper! She looks so awesome! Like, for my second custom in like 3 years, like, I'm really happy with how she turned out. I mean, if there were some things I could change, it probably would be that the beige paint didn't come out as smooth as I thought it would. But I absolutely loved every single little detail I put, especially the markings and her eyes. Like, especially since I haven't customized in a long time, I'm really satisfied with how it turned out. I would say about an 8 or 9 out of 10 is what I would rate this one. And in case you're wondering, I didn't film this, but this was a little sticker piece that I found at Michael's because gems, well, they have a gemstone embedded somewhere on their body, and Jasper's happens to be on her nose. So if you're curious, this was the sticker sheet I used, and I used the smallest piece of sticker that I could find for Jasper. So just to give you an idea, before and after. I hope you guys enjoyed this customizing video, And let me know in the comments how you think I did for Jasper here. And yes, I actually do plan on making more Steven Universe customs in the near future, so let me know in the comments which one do you think I should do next. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icons, that way you never miss a new upload, and so you can be part of the notification squad. And well, you know the drill, it is time to pick not one, but 2 shoutout winners today. And they are, oh wait, actually, we got Jasper here. Why don't you announce the shoutout winners? Alright. The shoutout winners for this video are Mango Mochi and LPS St clan. Congrats! Your usernames will be written on the Puppy Lover 863 canvas. Thank you, Jasper! And if you want to be a shoutout winner in the next video, all you have to do is leave a comment below using the hashtag StevenUniverseCustom, and let me know which Steven Universe character I should customize on another LPS for next time. And if you leave your suggestion, you'll be automatically entered into a drawing to have your username written on the Puppy Lover 863 canvas. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much, my delicious cupcakes, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye!